Hey guys, Project Intelligence here. In today's video we're going to be talking about the great book The Like Switch by Schafer. I was absolutely amazed when I first read this book. It is truly an eye-opener and one of my personal favorites. To me, this book really explains the structured ways to make great impressions, building lasting relationships, and understanding others' behavior to learn what they actually really think about you. It also has tons of tips and techniques on taking control of your communications, interactions, and relationships. We as human beings are social animals. Turning strangers into friends is a process that comes very natural to us. And yet some of us lack the skills to make friends effectively. Perhaps we're just too shy or don't have the ability to empathize with others. There's numerous reasons why we might have problems with easily making friends, but this book helps tremendously to overcome those obstacles. Have you ever met someone who is liked and is friends with absolutely everyone? Most likely the things I'm going to talk about today just comes natural to these people. The friendship formula. One of the first things the book brings up is the friendship formula. This formula is based on frequency, proximity, duration, and intensity. Advice from most people would probably be like, just be yourself. Yet the author disagrees. There's more to being liked than just being genuine. That is important, but there's a formula for making friends. The first step is to be frequently in the proximity with the person you want to get to know. People who share the same physical surroundings are more likely to be drawn to one another, so try to be around the person you want to win over as much as you're able to. Let's try and look at a scenario from the book. FBI agent Charles needed to befriend a foreign diplomat, codenamed Seagull. He was trying to convince Seagull to become a spy for the United States. Using the technique of proximity, he started following Seagull's daily routine to the grocery store, so that they would both share the same environment for a time each day. In doing so, Charles worked to increase the number of times when Seagull would become aware of him, so he'd start to seem familiar. The other steps in the formula are duration and intensity of time spent with your potential friend. Duration is important because the more time you spend with someone, the more you're able to influence them to like you. After a couple of months, Charles used the power of duration by actually following Seagull into the grocery store, which added to the contact time between them. He also enlisted intensity, meaning how well one is able to satisfy another person's psychological and/or physical needs by offering non-verbal friend signals, by nodding his head, using head tilts, and smiling. Seagull naturally became interested in whom Charles was and why he was always around. By the time Charles introduced himself as an FBI agent, Seagull was already primed to become a friend. Non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues set the stage for potential friendship. Eyebrow flashes, head tilts, and smiles speak volumes. The next time you meet your friends, try and look for the friend signals, like an eyebrow flash. We normally don't take notice of things like this, but our subconscious mind and brain does. Eyebrow flashes. This non-verbal cue is a rapid up and down movement of the eyebrows, lasting around 1/6 of a second. Even from far away, an eyebrow flash sends a signal that you don't pose a threat to the person you're approaching and give out positive vibes. Head tilts. A second primary non-verbal cue is the head tilt. This is a non-threatening gesture, since tilting your head to the left or right exposes one of your carotid arteries, which provides oxygenated blood to the brain. We unconsciously expose these arteries only to people we know is harmless. Conversely, we tuck our necks into our shoulders to protect ourselves when we feel threatened. Smiles. A third powerful non-verbal signal is a genuine smile. How you smile is also important. A genuinely happy smile creates wrinkles in the eyes and show teeth. Conversely, a sarcastic, forced smile can do the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. We judge those with smiling faces to be more likable, attractive, less dominant, and as well as friendly. As an added bonus, a smile releases endorphins, giving us a sense of well-being. It's also difficult not to smile back at a person who is smiling at you, so a reciprocated smile makes your target feel good, and making people feel good about themselves is critical to befriending them. Faux signals. Faux signals is signals that you don't want to send out to people. They are often associated with anger, disapproval, and rejection. The long glance or staring. People we don't know will feel this as an intrusion of space in a psychological and mental way. On the other hand, romantic partners will often stare at one's eyes for minutes, showing emotional connection and intimacy. Elevator eyes. Elevator eyes consist of a glance from foot to head. Eye rolls. Eye rolls sends a message that you think the individual is stupid or not relevant. Other faux signals can be squinting of the eyes, facial tension, narrowing of the eyes, tightened jaw muscles, aggressive stance, and furrowed eyebrows. So there we have it, a video summary of the book The Like Switch. The book contains so many other nuggets of gold, like how to cement friendships, the gold rule of friendships, nurturing and sustaining long-term relationships, the laws of attraction, and many more. I highly recommend reading this book if you have or want to read How to Win Friends and Influence People. And like that book, I guarantee that you will find value in this book, since dealing and befriending people is extremely important if you would like to succeed in business and social standings. There's a link in the description if you would like to check it out yourself. I hope you liked the video. Feel free to subscribe and comment down below on books you recommend or would like me to make a video about.